Dwayne D. McMillan is my very special guest today on Babbie's House, and he is working to build stronger communities through his project called the Father-Son Bonding Project. You'll also hear some beautiful music from his CD called Higher Ground. Dwayne D. McMillan is my special guest. Don't miss Babbie's House. It's coming to you right now.
Every day is filled with possibility. At Babbie's house, everybody is family. Welcome to Babbie's house.
Welcome back to Babbie's House. Thanks for coming back. I want you to meet a gentleman who is a consummate musician. He he executes his gifts and talents so beautifully. He is also a visionary who has launched the Father and Son Bonding Project, and he's working to build stronger communities so that young men and young women can establish their own vision and use their gifts and talents to make the world a better place. Will you help me to welcome to Babbie's House, Dwayne D. McMillan. Man, it's good to see you today, my friend. Sure, it's good to see you.
How you doing?
Now, listen, before we jump into our conversation, I have to tell everybody how it was that we actually, we've been in the same room before in days past, but we actually met and bonded. One day I was traveling, which I do. I sing and do concerts and lead worship in churches and conferences and what have you. And I was in the airport on my way to catch my plane. I was coming up the escalator to the concourse where the flight was, and I heard this beautiful guitar music coming from the concourse. And I knew right away that this was not just your average recording. This was somebody playing live and in color in the airport, which in the Atlanta airport they're known to do. And I came to the top of the escalator, and in the concourse was this beautiful brother playing this beautiful guitar music, and it was none other than Dwayne D. McMillan. Well, it just so happened that I was early that day, and so I just took my time and treated myself to a few minutes of just listening to my brother, and next thing I know, we were in a full-fledged concert right there on the concert. Dwayne D. McMillan is a fine musician, and I tell you, my friend, your music is just excellent. I want to know about, when did you begin to play the guitar, or what other instruments you play? When did music become a real part of your life?
Well, I would say it started like at the age 7, because I could go back to a photo where I'm playing the guitar, I'm holding the guitar, and I have like my supporters right there behind me. You know, my dad wasn't in this particular pic, but it was my mom, my sister, and my Aunt Celeste right there. So at that age, that's when it really started.
You've always had an audience.
Oh, and supporters. That was important. That was very important.
Very important.
Very important, because your parents, you know, are supposed to support, you know, the things that you like and love to do, you know. Yeah. And that's what they did.
And they validate.
Oh, yeah.
They put that stamp of approval.
Definitely.
You know, on your life to let you know, baby, you're doing the right thing. Don't stop.
That's right. Don't stop. Yeah.
So you play beautiful gospel. You play jazz. You play. You know, it's my understanding that it's not necessarily the music that's Christian, but it's the person's heart behind the music.
Absolutely.
And the fact, I mean, you can sing the national anthem to the glory of God.
Right.
I mean, you do on your project.
Exactly.
On your project called Higher Ground, featuring Celebration. You have some Stevie Wonder tunes.
Oh, yeah.
You got the national anthem. You play hymns. You play all kinds of beautiful music to the glory of God.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want us to understand a little bit more about the Father-Son Bonding Project. Tell us about that.
Okay, well, the Father and Son Bonding Project emanated back in 2007 when my dad and I did a CD, a gospel CD called the Father and Son Bonding Project. And, you know, with that CD, we had in mind, and our motto was to bond 1 million fathers and sons globally. Right? So how are you going to do that? Because that's huge, right? So we first had to start on the local level. So this is what we did. And we looked at the prison systems, because we know that a lot of our youth, you know, have been incarcerated and just need and looking for a second chance in life. So we're giving them an opportunity, giving them an outlet. So, you know, it's a whole big process that we went through that took years of research and things like that. But we have it at a place now where we just need a building. We're looking for a building.
You know, I'm
to
glad
house
that
the
you're on
project.
Babbie's House today with your dad, because if you, you know, look at the media 100%, you would think that every black child
Right.
in the world didn't have a father
Right, exactly.
in the home.
Exactly,
But
right,
that's
right.
not true.
No, it's
That is
not.
not
No, it's
anywhere
not.
true. And you brought your beautiful
Yeah.
your parents, both of them are here.
Right,
Your
yeah.
dad is here on the set, and he was he is still a huge musical and fatherly influence in your life.
Oh, yeah.
Introduce your dad
All right.
and tell us a little bit of the influence that he's had on your life.
Okay, we have here sitting next to me my dad, Marshall Samuel McMillan, from South Carolina, Ashton, South Carolina. And I guess in that area, quartet music was always very popular. And my dad was in quartet groups, you know. And after he moved to New York, you know, he kept that movement alive with the music. And that's when I got, you know, introduced to it. And I'm so glad he did, because if it wasn't for music, you know, I wouldn't be touched in the lives that I touch, and even being in the same space with a lot of people that I know now today, you know, because of music.
Yes.
And, you know, it all really comes from my dad.
That's
you
right.
know?
Amen.
Mr. Marshall McMillan, welcome to Babbie's House, my friend. I'm glad to have you
Thank
on the
you.
show.
Thank you.
Well, talk
Thank
to
you.
me about your love for gospel
Thank
music,
you.
because, you know, I can just imagine, just like in my own life, being a preacher's daughter, you know, the music of the church, you know, quartet music made an impact on my life as a child. Talk to me about your experience with singing quartet music.
Well, you know, God works in a mysterious way.
Yes, he does.
Wonders to perform, right?
Yes, sir.
I always wanted to sing, and that seemed like my calling, singing.
Yes.
So when I was in a group in my hometown, I tried to play a guitar. My cousin, tried to teach me how to play a guitar. I never could catch on. But getting back to what I said earlier, God works in a mysterious way. He gave me a son.
Yes, he did. Who can
Dwayne
play the
McMillan.
fire out of a guitar. Oh, my
And
goodness.
my son used to, when we had programs, he used to come up near the stage, and when we start singing, he would run back to his mother because he was afraid of the sound. But that sound stayed with him in his
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
And thank God he came out playing good music.
Yes.
And I always loved music.
Yes.
Always.
Well, that influence has definitely impacted Dwayne D. McMillan's life, because this gentleman is music personified. And how can we get more information about the Father and Son Bonding Project?
Well, actually,
because there's a music CD,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and there's a whole curriculum that will help to influence the
Right.
lives of African-American, not just African-American men, but men, period,
Right,
fathers and
right,
sons, to
right.
encourage them to support one another, to support their families, to live a life that glorifies God. How can we get more information about it?
Well, you could go, as far as the CD, you can go to www.cdbaby.com/Dwayne McMillan, DWAYNEMCMILLAN.
Yes.
And they could get access to the project from there.
Very good. Well, we are so happy to have you on the show today. What are you going to play for us today?
Well, we're going to do a song that my dad's been singing for years called Wait on the Lord and Softly and Tenderly.
And your
That's my
dad's going to
favorite.
perform with you, right?
Oh, yeah.
We
my
cannot
dad.
wait for that.
Oh,
So
yes,
Dad's going to, now,
yes.
do you sing? You're going to be singing today? Today you're going to be
Yes,
singing?
yes.
And you're going to be playing that beautiful guitar music?
Yes, me along with Steve.
Yeah, you
Steve
got some help
Cunningham.
today, don't
Oh,
you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you bring the
Oh,
troops.
yeah.
Yeah, when
I'm
you come,
excited to
you
see
come
him
loaded and
also.
ready to go. You come
I
ready
got
to
the
fire.
guns loaded. Hey, you know, I
That's
got the
beautiful.
guns loaded. Yeah.
Well, you know, Dwayne, there's a powerful presence when you play. And, you know, when I heard you play that day in the airport, it was more than just notes going through the air. I could tell that when you play as a man who loves God.
Oh, yeah.
He's gifted you, and you play as a person who loves music. I mean, you have found your sweet spot.
Oh, yeah,
There is
definitely.
no doubt about that.
No doubt about it.
So thank you for joining
And
us
don't
today.
forget to mention that you sang and brought the house down.
Well,
like
I
we
did what I
rehearsed.
could. I do what I can, you know. But you listen, when you're inspired like that, you can't help but sing.
Oh, my God. Did
So,
you sing?
amen.
Did she sing, y'all?
So come back after this break. Dwayne D. McMillan's going to perform for us, and his dad's going to sing too. Don't miss it. We'll be right back after this. Thank you for coming back to the show. Listen, Dwayne D. McMillan and his dad are going to perform for you. And when they do, you're going to understand why they call it soul music, because it just goes way deep down to your sanctified soul. They're going to play for us and sing for us in just a moment. But reach out to Dwayne D. McMillan at d-mac.net and let him know that you saw him on Babbie's House. All right, let's welcome them back to Babbie's House.
Oh, why can't I wait on the Lord? Wait on the Lord. Oh, why can't I wait on the Lord? Wait on the Lord. Though He healed the sick and He raised the dead, 5,000 hungry souls He fed. I said, Job, wait on the Lord. Why can't I? Oh, yeah. Oh, why can't I wait on the Lord? Wait on the Lord. Tell me why can't I wait on the Lord? Wait on the Lord. Though He healed the sick and He raised the dead, 5,000 hungry souls He fed. I said, Job, wait on the Lord. Oh, yeah. Don't you know He's a burden bearer? Yes, He is. Don't you know He's a rose of Sharon? Oh, yeah. Don't you know He's never been late? Oh, no. He'll be there if you learn how to wait. And I said, Job, oh, yeah, Lord, oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Joe waited. Joe waited a long time. He may not come when you want him, but he always on time. Oh, wait. My mother, she waited. My father, he waited. I'm gonna wait, gonna wait, gonna wait. One day, one day, one day. Gonna wait in the morning. Gonna wait all day. Wait, wait, oh wait, wait, oh wait, wait, oh wait, yes, oh wait, oh yeah, oh yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Singing softly and tenderly, I can hear Jesus. He's calling. He's calling for the sinners to come. Oh yeah. Why don't you come to the altar? And bow down in sorrow. Don't put off the day.
say it again if you don't mind. Listen. Softly and tenderly, I can hear my Jesus is calling. He's calling for the sinners to come. Oh yes, why don't you come down to the altar, woo, and bow down and sorrow. Don't put off today. Oh yeah, for tomorrow. Singing softly and tenderly. Lord, I can hear Jesus is calling. He's calling for the sinner to come. Oh yes. Why don't you come? Oh, glory to God. Yeah, and bow down and sorrow. Don't put off today. Lord have mercy for tomorrow. Listen, I got something to tell you right here. Listen. What if death would come? Oh, glory to God. In the middle of the night and find you sleeping and your souls are lost. What if this should happen to you and you? There's nothing you could do. That's why I don't put off today. Lord have mercy for tomorrow. Let's wave our hand right now. It says softly and tenderly. Oh, I can hear Jesus. Lord have mercy. He's calling. He's calling for the sinner.
That was beautiful, Brother Marshall McMillan. D-Mac, my friend, that was amazing. Gentlemen, tell me your name one more time.
Steve Cunningham.
Steve Cunningham, you're wearing me out, my friend. Wearing me totally out. Thank you all for being on the show today. And thank you all for being my very special guests here on Babbie's. Thank you for being on Babbie's, my friend, watching Babbie's House today. Listen, reach out to me at babbie.com and let me know that you've seen today's show. I know that D-Mac, his father McMillan, his father Marshall, and very special guests have blessed your heart today. Let me know here on Babbie's House that you, babbie.com, that you've seen today's show and that it's been a blessing to you. Listen, let me just encourage you. This is what family looks like. I've been talking with his mother. They're married 60 years, and isn't that just a beautiful testimony to the glory of God? Will you just stay with your family, pray with your family, love your family, amen, and live, raise your children up in the fear and the admonition of the Lord. Well, God bless you, and thank you for watching Babbie's House. It's my prayer that you will love Jesus and that you'll love Babbie's House. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.